Oh, welcome everybody. Let me get this music back on. Go. Let me know if everything sounds all right. Maybe somebody could say something in chat so I can see if the chat box is too big. Probably is, but listen, I have not been live streaming much this year or last year. And one of my New Year's resolutions is to stream more. But that's not really the reason that I'm streaming today. The reason I'm streaming today is because I have a really good opportunity to play in the hot war of the moment, 1818 against 1981. They are at the level 7 passes, as you can tell. As you can tell right away, we are at the level 7 passes with all that entails. And actually, we're going to get a perfect summary of what has been my fight so far right now. Because when these guys push out, half our team runs. Like, look, everyone just runs. Like, I'm just going to run. Honestly, I'm just running. Because I've learned this lesson like 5 times today, that when they push out, our entire team runs. And so it's just not worth it for me to stay. Obviously, I lost 4 marches there. But yeah, this is the situation. Not a great situation. Not a great situation so far. Yeah, we lost 3 out of 4 there. That was a bad start. I took a bit of a break to take a shower and set up this stream. So I wasn't sure. I thought maybe the situation was different. So far, not really. Here is what I am observing so far. Because this is the first day of the war, and I do think that there are some pretty big decisions that are needing to be made by both teams. Now, first and foremost, things are going well for 1981 so far. They're definitely out-trading us. What I'm seeing are 3 issues. I see 3 issues right now. Number 1, it does feel a bit like 1981 has stronger accounts. This Paul Flynn person, all over Flynn, they have just been popping up over and over and over again with these highlights. You know, like highlights. See, look, Paul Flynn over and over again. I just see them getting the highlight banner for very good kills, right? So that's the first issue, is they do seem to have stronger accounts than we have. The second issue is that when we fight at this level 7 pass, it feels to me like they have a bunch of zoomed in pros who are really, really good at fighting in one place and just standing at this pass. So, like, we really can't stand with them at the pass. If we try to zoom in and fight them, they really out-trade us. So a lot of what happens is they soften us up at the pass and then they push out. The third issue is that every time they push out, we just run away. So I have gotten some very bad trades so far. I'm on Sandman's account. I'm playing this account with Sandman in this KvK. And it's a very good account. Very good account. Excellent crystal tech. I'll show you the crystal tech real quick. We're doing real good on crystal tech. We've got, you know, 10 out of 10 on everything. We're 4 out of 10 on this capstone skill here. A very good account. It came into the day. Here, let me get in this fight. Because these are the fights where we actually have a chance. And I think what I'm realizing is that these are the situations where I can help the most, is when we like start to turn. But they're doing a good job of running away quickly. Like, once they realize the turn is happening, they're running away. The fourth issue is that they have better movement as a team than we do. They're moving well as a team right now. The fifth issue is the War Frenzy timer, right? The War Frenzy timer. Because this zone opened at about 13 UTC, and basically you have to take an 8-hour break. At some point, you have to take an 8-hour break. I'll get back to the recap of what has happened so far after this fight. Like, I'll just give you guys my thought process of like what I'm thinking about in this situation. I'm like, we have them outnumbered. So like, shouldn't we push forward? Like, you know, there's like a turn here. Like this to me is like a profitable fight for us. Like I think we're just gonna push them back, right? So like here, no one should be running. I mean, obviously no one's gonna run now. Like this is the only time that our team knows to run forward is when we see the enemy team in like just absolute full retreat. Like that's the only time where it's very clear we should push forward. But there are also like other spots where it's like up for grabs. Like right here, like is a little bit up for grabs, I would say. Right? Like this is up for grabs. Like they're trying to turn on us. I think it's fine if we just run here. I think it's kind of obvious that we should be running, so it's fine if we just run. And so like honestly, war leads could micromanage this current fight quite a bit. Because I think like the trades are pretty in 1981's favor for the moment. And if you do go through like a couple days of trades like this, it will matter. Like here, I think we have to be like super aggressive. Well, I mean, they're running, but like once they turn, once they do like a little bit of a half-ass turn here, if they do, like we should just stay and fight. Like we should just stay and fight here. This is what I don't get. I don't get the run here. I don't get the run here. I don't really get the run here. But I mean, I don't, obviously they're just like baiting us. So like, I'm not gonna be the last one to stay, but like, look at our numbers. Like to me, like we just have such good numbers here. Like, I don't know why everyone is running. But like, obviously if I stay, I'm going to get wrecked. And I have not taken any deads yet. I'm going to try to keep that going. But we're putting it to the test here by trying to stream. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know like why we're like, this is just going to become a I don't know. Like, I just think you have to stand and fight here. Like, again, let's look at the numbers. Oh, I need to turn off the, what do I need to turn off here? Map icons. No, that's not it. I guess I need to leave filter mode on. Why can't I turn off? I definitely don't want to show markers, but I do want to be able to go back and forth. No, that's not it. No. If anybody can remind me how to get rid of the map icon, I would appreciate that. Like I want to do I want to have the map icons off, but then also, all right. Well, the marker says push, so I'll push. I'll figure the rest out later. I think it might start to get a little bit spicy. Like I think the fights are getting a little bit better. But like I was saying, the other issue is that you basically, with the 16-hour, you know, with the 16-hour War Frenzy timer, basically, yeah, so Arvix is on now. It looks like some of our big whales have actually gotten online. But the issue for them is the following, right? Like, I don't know if they were offline for 8 hours, but basically you have to be offline for an 8-hour consecutive stretch to reset your timer. Right? And this zone opened at about 13 or 14 UTC. So for 1981, which is an American and EU heavy kingdom, it's a very natural flow for them. They can play for 16 hours straight and then go to sleep, and then their timer resets. I think it's very different for an Asian and Vietnamese heavy kingdom like 1818, where like they probably played for 6 to 8 hours when the passes opened, and then I guess they took an 8-hour break, I guess, and now they're playing again. It's just very awkward where like not everyone is logging off for our side at the same time. Whereas what I think is going to happen for 1981 is they're going to play for 16 hours. They're going to outnumber us and beat us in the field. And then, oh, here, they're trying to like push out, so I'm going to try to... I'm gonna try to get involved here. I'll turn on quick command so I don't hit the pass. Let's see. If someone can say something in the chat, I just want to make sure that it's able to be, you know, that people can talk. It should be turned to everyone can chat. But yeah, I think so. I think basically like 1981 can play for 16 hours, then they all log off, and it's like, okay, yes, then we have the advantage, but like we have no one to kill. We have no one to kill at that point. So it does feel like a few things are in 1981's favor, but I do also think that some whales are on who were not on earlier for us. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this goes. Now, when I logged in, Sandman had a ratio, a delta of 30 million kills. He was like, he had 30 million more kill points than he had heal points. Now you can see that I have already nuked this thing by 18 million. I've already killed more than half the delta that Sandman had built up. Now, to be honest, Sandman was at a 30 million delta before the zone started today, because they fought down here a couple weeks ago. And then I think he also probably got a positive delta when Wind Camp was fighting over here. Because the thing is, like, there's two camps here. Oh, this is Fire 2. But Wind Camp was originally at this pass, and then Fire moved down here so that it's a fair fight up here. So I feel bad about this delta, but earlier it was impossible to get a positive trade. It was impossible to get a positive trade. Now we'll see what happens the next time they push out. I assume they're going to try to push out again, and we'll see what happens. I tend to think we're not going to run away this time. We've got Warvix. We've got Warvix, who was not here last time. So at the very least, there's going to be at least one person who doesn't run away immediately. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. You're at 320 UTC. Because I do think that 1818 cannot let 1981 dominate like the next 3 or 4 hours. If 1981 has the uptime advantage until 7 or 8 UTC, then that just makes the KvK very difficult for 1818 because they just don't have enough hours of uptime. They honestly just don't have enough hours of uptime. You know, because on like day 2 of this, you can't give 1981 the opportunity to outtrade us right at this pass, right underneath this pass, for 12 hours. Because I was hoping to practice some zoomed in fighting. Let me turn on quick command again. I was hoping to practice some zoomed in fighting, but it's tough to do it against like the pros who I'm fighting with in this KvK. Like it's just like it's not really a great time to be practicing this method because I'm up against like just such good players. I mean, I guess it's going decent this time. But this is just not the crew to be like learning how to zoomed in fight against, I don't think. I think you've got like a bunch of like paid professionals doing this. Like here, I'll back up and show you the trade. I think it's probably gonna be like a very negative trade that I just got. We'll take a look. I think they might be pushing out again. All right, these were It's just like slightly negative. Those are better trades than I usually get. So I'll try to do a little zoomed in fighting if it goes okay, but I feel like the best thing I can contribute here is just like, just like sit here and wait for them to try to push out and then immediately jump on them. And I think that's like pretty good and won't nuke the ratio. But it's like not the greatest fighting. You know, like a lot of it has just been right at this pass, like literally right at this pass. And yeah, I mean, this is just like where Rise of Kingdoms is with how strong zoomed in fighting is. The pros who are here, right? Like the sometimes paid professionals who are here. I'm just gonna they feel like they're trying to push out, so I'm gonna stay. They're just gonna get me to stay. Yeah, the trained professionals who are like camping this pass, I mean, it takes a lot to beat it. It honestly just takes a lot to beat it. They're very good at just standing in one place and wrecking you. So with the way it is now, they can just hold this pass like this. Thank you all for watching. Do throw a like on the stream if you're enjoying this. I'm planning to go for a few hours here. Yeah, like as soon as they poke their neck outs, I'm gonna just jump on them. As far as the marches that I'm running, we've got 2 Cav, Cool Arthur, GG, and Achilles. GG and Achilles is a great march. I have not done great with it so far, to be honest. We've got the 3 Imp. We've got Ragnar Skippy, BQ Wallace, Lucci Alex. I do like the 3 Imp setup, and then we've got 2 Archers. It's honestly a very nice configuration. The old 2-3-2 configuration. I do really like it, but have not been able to have a lot of success so far. And hopefully what happens over the next 3 or 4 hours is that we do manage to take the pass and actually have field control. Now you can see that Miniature Kane has got a bunch of farms here now. You can see that they're sort of, you know, I don't think these farms were out here earlier. So they've got some farms here. They're kind of getting ready. It almost feels a bit like they're getting ready for their downtime. They might have had a few people log off. If we look at the top killers for... These stats are a little flawed because some people fought in Zone 5, some people didn't. But you've got Paul Flynn and Zirkle here. Tio, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Maybe I should advertise in Lost Kingdom chat that I'm streaming. So then you've got... I'm just looking at 1918 who they have. They've got Moof, Big Kane, Polito, this symbol, Mistav, Piggy, Flick, Hervant. Hervant is still out there. And then Yura. So I'm just sort of curious to see if those people are still out here. I honestly think some of their whales have gone to bed. Because the push-outs are nowhere near as confident as they were earlier. I don't see Zirkle here. Don't see Kane here. I'm guessing Kane is probably on his farms and taking like a long break. Look at this, I'm getting wrecked. Getting wrecked just standing there. GG. This is probably a good time for me to practice zoomed in fighting, to be honest. Genga, thank you. Appreciate it. It's working. Let's see how it looks on the screen. Looks pretty good. Yeah, chat's in very, very big and clear, so if anybody wants to Chat, you can have your messages streamed loudly and clearly to everybody. But yeah, we're gonna settle in here. We're gonna settle in. But yeah, hopefully what happens is we take their pass at some point. We'll see. We'll see. So Herbank is still on. This person is still on. This symbol. I'm betting Paul Flynn is still here. Maybe not, though. Am I walking back? And, you know, when I got on earlier, this is where the fight was. The fight was right at the pass. They were definitely doing better than us. Standing here. And then just every once in a while they would push out and like all of us would retreat. And it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. Kingsland is going to be in 2.5 days. Yep, 2.5 days. And it should be quite good. I mean, honestly, if you look at the top 10, for example, at this pass, you can see it's pretty evenly matched between 1818 and 1981. It looks like they have a few more than us. I say us. But this, there's also a fight at the other pass. And so far today, it looks like 1981's allies have done a bit better. They've been doing a bit better. They've been holding the pass. This fort's a little bit low. Or this fort's quite low. This fort's been burned a few times or once. This fort has not been burned. So forts do die. Or let me bring my marches back out. I think forts are dying faster nowadays. I don't know if that... So I missed the push out. Oh, man. That's bad. But you can see the push out is not as devastating as it was. We've got people staying. In previous push outs, they literally would just like wipe us to here and everyone would run. I don't really get the runs though, you know. Because this guy died. Yeah, this player's been running a lot. Anmar, they've been running early a lot. Yeah, so I mean, we turned that one pretty quick. So basically, I think that 1818 needs to control like 5 UTC till about 14 UTC. They've got to give them they have to have at least those like 9 hours of control to really have a chance in this one. And then, you know, they need their allies to be relatively equal with 1981's allies, which I'm not sure if that's happening or not, honestly. All right, so I'm here now. They're turning again. I'll have to figure out how to get rid of the map icons. I know it's possible to do. Maybe it's just... Maybe I can't do this mode. Maybe I have to stay in this filtered mode. The problem is I like going to this mode to count the number of troops. It's like way easier to count the number of troops in this than this. How tanky is this guy? Who's this? Must be a bug march. Yeah, so they're turning again. They like the turn at the pass. They like baiting us to the pass and then turning. They clearly like baiting us to the pass turning. I'm not really attacking them, I'm just... I don't know, like, I just think we could turn here. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's fine if we stand back here. I don't think we need to stand at the pass, honestly. So I've got full marches. I can try to zoom in here. I can try to zoom in. I don't have the settings like set up for zoom in, but we'll give it a shot. Because the thing is that right now, even if I'm getting kind of a bad trade, I probably am, because some of their players have logged off, it's almost like we're able to contest. We're getting closer to being able to contest the pass. Let me make sure I have quick command. Yeah, okay. I can't attack the pass. I cannot attack the pass. Right? And now they're pushing out. This is where like we should not be running. Like we should, like, no one should run here. Like this is the spot where no one should run. I have to watch my hospital. Yeah, see, no one runs there. If they poke their heads out, we just have to swat them back in. But we'll stay out. Stay out. We're healing. We'll try to be zoomed in. I think the biggest issue I have with zoomed in is like there's basically a delay. If you look on the right at your marches, and you obviously you want to see them all hitting, but I feel like there's a delay sometimes where like they've stopped attacking and it takes a few seconds for it to show up on the right. When there's no obvious fighting, I think I should just like pull away. I do suffer their AoE sometimes. Right now. Taser, how's it going? I was just thinking of you last night, Taser. I was thinking about our pilots in the last KvK and how you managed to pull off a top 10 score in the first couple hours on a free-to-play account. Man, that dude is a good friggin' pilot. Let's look at those reports. It would be really nice if we could like break even on the zoomed in mode. The GG Achilles for some reason is doing really bad zoomed in, like really bad. But yeah, it's still negative. Like, the problem is like I'm doing that. That one went better than most, but it's still negative. It's still negative. Thoron, I mean, listen, I'm sure they're thinking about it at some point. I'm just chilling. I'm like a war correspondent here. I'm playing on the 1818 side, but I'm just trying to describe what is happening in this war. And it's only day one, and it feels like it's going to be a very good fight. 1981 has definitely done better so far, but you have to do a full 24-hour period before you really know what's going on. You got to see who has the uptime and how much they accomplish in their uptime. And it's really just a drain game. You know, like the objective here is to drain the enemy more than they drain you. It's looks like I need to do another boost here. And the enemy has been draining us better than we've been draining them so far. So that'll be interesting. I can tell that some of their players have taken the 8-hour break and are not on right now. Looks like Paul Flynn might have also stopped playing. Looks like Big Kane stopped playing, Zertle stopped playing, and maybe Paul Flynn as well. The really flawed part of the 16-hour War Frenzy, listen, it could be a good idea, it's just implemented very poorly, right? Because, you know, part of it is like for the health of the players. You know, part of the reason they're doing this is just so players are a little healthier and sleep every night during a war. But the problem is that you are incentivized to fight for 16 hours straight. Like, if you take breaks during that 16-hour window, then you just lose those hours. You just straight up lose those hours. Because you have to be logged off for an 8 hours straight. You have to be logged out for 8 hours straight, or have no frenzy for 8 hours straight. So that you reset. So that you reset your 24-hour timer. Taser, we're going to be fighting in like 10, 15 days. We just started Eve of the Crusade. We just started Eve, and I made a video, or I made a short today about how now you can auto-kill Marauders. So if I weren't playing in this right now, I would be auto-killing Marauders on one of my farms. I actually bought the $10 gem bundle on a farm so that I could auto-kill Marauders, but to be honest, it might be a bit of a waste of money because you have to be logged in to do it. I guess I could do it on my phone. I should probably do it on my phone, actually. All right, so let's think about this. What we want to do here. I think we want to mess around again with the zoomed in. Although it doesn't seem like we have a lot of people who want to do it with me. I mean, I guess we'll just coalesce on this dude. Everyone's hitting. We're just playing around with it. We're just playing around with it. I don't think I have the settings correctly for zoomed in mode, but we come together. Not many people are attacking. No idea if this is going well, honestly. Feels like they're hitting us more than we're hitting them. I don't know. Lee, it doesn't count up to 16 by War Frenzy. It doesn't give you credit. It doesn't give you credit for hours where you take a break. I mean, I don't know that the timer goes up, Lee, but it doesn't reset. Like, the key is you have to reset the timer to get a fresh 16 hours. So, like, so Sandman played for about I don't know, 8 hours or so. If I were to just log off right now, then that would mean we were at 12 hours, right? We would be at about 12 hours on our timer. But it's never going to reset. I just don't think it ever resets. I think you're just still at that 12-hour timer. And after a day, like after 24 hours, I don't think you reset back to 0. I don't know that I explained that exactly right. I just know that people have been saying you have to log off for 8 hours. Like, you have to log off for 8 hours. And if that's the case, then it means that if you have to log off for 8 hours, then it means that for the other 16 hours, you're incentivized to play the full 16, take 0 breaks, because you're not going to get those hours back. Like, how would you get those hours back if you have to take 8-hour break? So as much as I originally... Okay, it looks like they're pushing out here. Again, I think we just punish this. We just stay and punish. Like, I don't know why anyone would run. You can see some people are running. You can see people are running. But my question is, why run? Why run? Like, why is this guy running? Why is this guy running? Who is this? Devil. Why is Devil running there? All right, let's see how those zoomed in fights went. All right, I mean, USH YSG did well there. I mean, it's just negative. I'm just trading negatively when I stand zoomed in. But I mean, who am I fighting? Like, look, I'm fighting like very strong people. Polito's in the top 10, or in the top 100. Piggy's in the top 100. Boba T, shout out to Boba T's in the mix. Yeah, it should reset to 0 daily at 0 UTC, which would still give 8 hours non-playing time for everyone. Oh, we are rallying. So we've got the rally here. Not full. Canceled. But you can see that we've already got our eyes on, you know, taking the pass, getting open field control. They've got a bunch of flags here that we can probably burn down. And this fort is not the worst fort ever to rally. It doesn't have any rains behind them. It's a pretty tough fort to rally, but this fort is not bad to rally at all. Shout out to this player. Shout out to this player for gathering this resource tile. That was pretty big. Yes, yes. What Genga is saying is what I agree with also, right? Which is like, if I play for 4 hours, and then we're at 12 hours, and then Sandman gets up, he should be able to play the last 4 hours of day 1, and then have a fresh timer on day 2, right? Because we only played for 16 hours, right? If we only played for 16 hours on day 1, then we should get a fresh timer on day 2. But I think the way it works right now is, if I play for 4 hours, and then Sandman plays for 4 hours, right at the end of the day, we'll have never done. We're still gonna be. The game will still ask us for an 8-hour cooldown, even though we took like a 4-hour break and only played 16 hours total. It's still going to be asking us to do the 8-hour break. And I just think that's not the right way to do it. Look, they've got like nobody here now. I'm going to try to zoom in. I'm going to try and fight zoomed in. I'll battle Boba T with some zoomed in fighting here. The other thing I've noticed is there's like not much siege. Neither team seems to have a whole lot of siege, which I find very surprising. So they're pushing out again. Again, we just send them back into their hole. This Cav march is always right here. Who is this? Oh, I guess they're just like trading. There's no way that's a positive trade. All right, so we'll try to zoom in here. We'll try to zoom in. They were just like taking AoE and not hitting anyone. So I think I'm just getting wrecked, right? Because no one is with me. Pots, I think some people are starting it now. Honestly, I think there are players on both teams who have just gone into their 8-hour cooldown right now. If I were 1981, I probably would have kept everybody online for a little bit longer because they were wrecking us. They were wrecking us in the field. So I think they probably should have stayed on until they, like, the value ended. I'll kill this guy. I don't know what he's doing, so I'll just kill him. There's no way that Attila is trading positive, right? What is it? An Attila, Attila Achilles. Oh my gosh, is it trading positive? No. I guess it is trading positive. Holy sh... What the hell? No, I was looking at the wrong reports. That's crazy. It trades positive against QSH YSG. But probably because I have not enough troops. With this brief moment of downtime, let me show you the Autark leaderboard here so far. 2217 is in the lead because they fought in the previous zone. 1818 also fought in the previous zone. You can see that the top players from 1981 are climbing the ranks very quickly, though. Very quickly. Some players from 2103 here. Rune, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, they're poking their heads out again. Okay, so this is like an organized push by them. I'm just going to empty the hospital like right now. Or start the heal at least. So yeah, this we cannot run. We cannot run versus this. We have to just fight it. We have to fight this. You cannot run here. You cannot run. We'll kill incoming as he's outgoing. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Can't let him push out. Can't let him push out. And let me get that rune. Who do I want to send home? We'll send the... There we go. Well, Taser, I think we're going to have like a very easy KvK, honestly. Yeah, basically, I think there's one, like, we're playing Heroic Anthem. I think 3 of the camps are pretty even, and then 1 camp is a lot weaker. And we're fighting against the weaker camps, so I don't think our KvK is going to be all that good. There'll probably be some good fighting, but I don't think it's going to be, like, challenging at all. We basically had the choice to ally with the weakest camp and then lose, or ally with the strongest camp and win. And we chose to ally with the strongest camp and win. We proposed doing a crisscross allies, which would have been more fair, but no camp wanted to do crisscross. And I personally thought it was it's rather, for me, it was rather close between allying with the weakest camp or allying with the strongest camp, but like all the other kingdoms in our camp wanted to ally with the strongest, and you know, even the people in our, like even myself and the main diplomat, we were sort of indifferent, so we ended up kind of taking the easy win. On paper, it's fair. On paper, the kill points are fair, but we just sort of know the kingdoms well enough to know it's going to be an easy win. But Taser, I'll try to get you on one of the whale accounts. If they're available, I'll definitely give you priority to have a better account. All right, let's try to zoom in here. The issue I'm having is that sometimes it feels like I'm the only one standing out front. I'm together here. I assume we're killing incoming again. Yeah, we are. He's probably trading positively, unfortunately. If he wasn't trading positively, he wouldn't be doing this. I mean, I hit and move together. We'll just refresh. Look how we did there. And for some reason, the GG Achilles is like not doing anything. All right, so the actual positive trades for the first time. Let's go. Let's see, do we have another rally? Not yet, not yet. Yeah, Cigar Cute Mini was trying to bait some swarms earlier. They're over here in enemy territory. Let's see, what place are we in right now? We're in 70th. Let's try to improve on 70th while I'm streaming. Feels a bit like what 1981 has done is they've taken the win on day one. They booked the win. They know they won this day. And now they're gonna just chill. And then the question becomes, how aggressive are we gonna be? And you know, where, like, how do we get the most value? If we're going into our uptime, which it feels a bit like we're doing, then how do we get the best value from this uptime situation? I think for now it involves trying to win at the pass. Now you can see that we're losing. Like, Warvix is here by himself. Like, poor Warvix here. Poor Warvix getting absolutely slobber knocked. I need to get back out. Yeah, Warvix got absolutely slobber knocked there. Warvix was trying to zoom in, but no one was with him. And they are going to do a push out here. Let's see what happens this time. Let's see what happens this time. Numbers seem pretty even. Yeah, I mean, a couple hours ago with that kind of push, they would have just cleared everything. All of our players would have run and they would have cleared everything. So maybe we're being smart in understanding when we're going to get wrecked and versus understanding when we're going to win. Not sure. Hey, Knight, how's it going? Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Let's make 2026 a good freaking year. It's probably going to be crazy. 2026 is probably going to be a crazy, crazy year. Here in the United States, I hope that some of the problems that have become very apparent in 2025 will actually start to get fixed in 2026. We obviously have like a huge fraud and grift problem in the US. People are just like taking so much easy money from the government. We've got to do something about that. So hopefully 2026 that does happen. So all right. I haven't fought in a while, so I need to like get in the hang of this. Because when you fight in dot mode, the issue is sometimes like one of your marches are completely out of position and all the other marches are fine. But to control all your marches at once, you end up retreating all your marches. So the thing you got to do is you have to figure out which march is out of position and then hit the hotkey to retreat just that march. It's just very hard to do. It's very hard to do. All right, so we pushed him back again. One of the people in our alliance is like, "Can we not fight here?" I think we have to. I don't think they're gonna pull out. I don't think they're gonna push out very far anymore. I guess we can zoom in here a little bit. We've got the numbers, so like we might as well zoom in. We're hitting. Everybody's still hitting. I thought I moved everybody together, but apparently not. So they're hitting the Huo, I think. So I'm just gonna retreat the Huo, see what happens. All right. Seems fine. We'll just refresh. We'll refresh. They're trying to push out now. I'm turning around. Pushing out. Is it saying it's only subscriber mode? Maybe I thought I changed that setting, but let me see. Stream settings maybe. No. Oh, you know what? I did have it on subscriber only. My bad, Knights. Now anybody can chat. Sorry about that. I thought I turned that off earlier, but I didn't. Thank you all for being here. Glad to have a nice nice crowd here watching. Oh, Taser, yeah, you're friends with Aurora. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Aurora's been really cool. She's yeah, she's definitely like active in Alliance chat and stuff like that. I turned it off now, though. Now anyone can send a message. Yeah, listen, I mean, the easier win... I mean, the issue for us is that, like, we just have not had, like, a lot of really good fights. Like, basically, last year we fought 4 KvKs. 2 were easy wins. The third one was a good fight, like, a genuinely good fight that drained us. We won that one. And then the fourth one was going to be like an amazing KvK, but then the enemy team dropped out. But we did have like a 2-day fight, like a 48-hour fight that was very good, and it did drain us to an extent. So we did have some players kind of complaining about, hey, can we have a longer off season next time? We didn't really get to the speed ups we needed to get to. I think our speed ups are fine, to be honest. But it wouldn't hurt if we just like have one easier KvK and we build up more speed ups for the next one. All right, Knight, what are you saying? Oh, it's still saying? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's just, I guess you gotta subscribe, guys. I guess YouTube is like running a forced promotion on January 1st where like to chat on YouTube you have to subscribe to the channel. So there you go. Yeah, I think in almost every kingdom, at least 50% of the player base is completely fine with an easier KvK. But the thing is, you got to really worry about your best players. It's the best players who really matter. And certainly there can be some players who are like, we don't fight enough, and then they leave. Like, we did have a couple players leave in 2025 because they were like, we're not fighting enough. I want to go to a kingdom that has more fighting. So it's a balancing act for sure. But yeah, it's true that in almost every kingdom in the game, at least half the player base is like, oh, an easy KvK where we get like good trades and plenty of KP. Sounds good, you know. All right, so we're gonna zoom in again. I feel like this is going pretty well lately. I think there are pros left. So this is probably like a good time for me to practice. It's very tough though, because like the thing is, if you're not fighting them, like, then you're just standing there in AoE and getting destroyed. Like, if you're not actually attacking, you're getting destroyed. And like, maybe I got destroyed anyway. Oh, I need to turn on quick command. I hope I didn't like attack the pass there. I didn't. Okay. Yeah, that's my... Oh, hospital's almost full. Okay. My thing is, I sometimes stand there too much. I'm probably here with not many friends. Let me just do the hospital. Algebra, how's it going, man? How's it going? Infinity, what kingdom are you in? I'm gonna share this in Plus Kingdom chat. Actually, I probably shouldn't, just because I'm not on, you know, I'm on Sandman's account. Yeah, LG, I got into the profit for sports betting on like December 29th or so, and then I lost my last 3 bets of the year. So I think I'm pretty much break even. This was a rather thin refresh right here, but I mean, the March I want to see kicking ass is GG Achilles. Everybody says GG Achilles is great, but for whatever reason, it's doing way less in these zoomed in fights. I didn't trade too well that time. Grab 1 melon on our way out. Do we have a rally on the pass? Not right now. You know, I played against 1818 a year and a half ago, something like that. And at that time, they were a very good farm filling alliance. Very good. So I assume 1818 has plenty of farms and knows how to use them. So we'll see. We'll see if we can take this pass. I mean, we could double rally. Someone could drop coalition and we could double rally. I don't think it's bad that we haven't rallied it yet. I think we're getting there, but I don't think we're I don't think we're quite ready to take the pass. I think we need a little bit more downtime from them, a little bit more uptime from us. All right, so how is this chat looking? It's a little big, isn't it? Chat's looking a little big. Chat is looking a little big. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. $40px, maybe if I lower this. Maybe? That's even worse. What is that? How did that get worse? Oh, well, that is crazy. Dude. Sorry guys, I'm a noob. I'm just trying to fix this YouTube chat. Or the way the YouTube chat shows up on the screen. Maybe I'll just turn it off today. We're turning off the chat or whatever. 3325, nice. Oh, you're in. Okay, cool. Yeah, Infinity. I hope we have a good fight. You know, should be fun. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised there's not more siege. Because with the army feature now, which I'm not sure where the army feature shows up. But with the army feature now, you can just have like a couple people control a ton of siege marches. You can see one here. This is like an army person, but no one has faith in Bring Me Luck with the. Actually, what you can probably do is you can also have like multiple people control reigns. And so we'll kill incoming again. I didn't actually think about that until right now, but what you see here with Bring Me Luck is that they're giving... I'm not sure if this is the army leader or this is a march that can be... I guess this must be the army leader. And so Bring Me Luck is basically saying, listen, if you want me to fill the pass with your farms, join my army group. I want to try this stream chat again. Why is it so freaking bad? How can lowering the font size make it bigger? That's crazy. There we go. Maybe that's decent enough. That. All right, let's zoom in. We got a bunch of full health marches. I guess here's my question about stacking at the pass, because you don't really swing forward at the pass. Like, do you really even need to stack on top of each other at the pass? Because you're not really swinging forward much at all. I'm going to stay away from incoming. I don't want to just trade with some guy who, like, is fine cheeseburgering us. The Lucci's not hitting. Yeah, this is like the problem that I'm finding is like, if I don't keep clicking and I just stand there and I'm not hitting anyone, and then I get destroyed by the enemy AoE. Like, destroyed. You really need to stack here? Anyway, we won. We sent them home. Sinister Syndicate, welcome to the stream. Oh, can an army group, if you control an army group, can you not put other people's marches into a structure? That could be. I just wonder why this guy is showing an army group if it's a farm. All right, we basically broke even on that trade. We broke even that time. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, when the matchup was made for this KvK, I honestly gave the advantage to 1818. Like, without thinking about it too hard, I was like, oh, I think 1818 is the favorite here. I think it's because, like, they had pretty strong campmates. And I also said that, or what I was thinking to myself was that a lot of it depends on whether how strong 2217 is. Because I think they're maybe, like, the third strongest alliance in this KvK. But they've also lost a lot of key players over the last, I don't know, 6 to 12 months. Like, a lot of the players who I fought against a year and a half ago are not here anymore. Like, Sneaky and Fatty and that friggin' guy whose name started with an L, who had like a Cav garrison. We definitely played against Delphinus. We definitely played against Lazy Owl. We might have played against Atomic Bunny. And obviously they've added a ton of very strong players like Shatterstorm. And I saw this player was very high on the leaderboard as well. And I saw that this player had like a ton of farms too. So I think a big factor here is whether 2217 is sort of still like a genuinely like very strong kingdom, or if they're not really that much better than the other A kingdoms in this KvK. I think that'll make a big difference. Because I do feel like even though 1918 or 1981 won the early part of today, my guess is that 1818 can compete with them pretty well in Kingsland. Daddy Warbucks, I'm playing this account with Sandman. This is Sandman's account. Sandman's like a long-time viewer of my channel. It seems like he definitely enjoys my content. He's sent me a lot of nice messages over the years. And he reached out and was like, hey, we got a big war coming up. You want to participate? And he must know my content well, because honestly, it was the perfect offer at the perfect time. This is the war I wanted to be in the most this year. Honestly, this was the most interesting war to me all year. And I've got a bunch of free time, so I can definitely stream it and pilot and all that stuff. So it was just a really, really good opportunity that Sandman provided. Daddy Warbooks, what kingdom are you in now? We're gonna try to zoom in again. It went pretty well last time. I'm not claiming to be good at it, but I might as well practice it. The sad thing is I have like a crazy good account and I'm only trading even. That's like really bad. Turn on quick command again. I don't want to hit this pass. Yeah, so I'm like right now I'm taking AoE. I'm just trying to like get in there, but I'm just taking AoE. This Khalito person seems pretty good at zooming in. But we've got more people. Like, I feel like we should be able to beat them. All right, so they're coming out. We hit them immediately. We stack. We're hitting people. Yes, no, sort of. We're just hitting incoming. Oh no, this is something different. They're literally cheeseburgering through the pass. It's like crazy. Someone hit the pass. Hopefully it wasn't me. Did we take any deads? We did not. All right. Oh yeah, 2293. That's right. I remembered your name. I thought you were in 2268 for a while, but I probably was just like confusing 2268 with 2605. But who's here with me? Warvix is here, but he might be refreshing. Warvix might be refreshing right now. The thing I'm thinking about, right, as like a dot fighter, because you have to figure out how to deal with these zoomed in people. And I'm generally going to be a dot mode fighter because, you know, on my main account, I do like to see everything that's happening. So like as a primarily dot mode fighter, like I've been trying to think about like, okay, how do I screw up these zoomed in guys? Like, how do I screw them up? And the truth is they don't want to move. They don't want to move. So... And one of the strengths the dot mode players have is they do have like a good sense of when to retreat, because like A, you're not paying so close attention that you don't notice the flashing red on your screen, and B, you can just see every march, so you're kind of like, you can tell when your marches are out of position. So like as a dot mode player, if I understand that my opponents don't want to move and I'm good at moving, then I just want to keep moving around. I don't want to let them stay in one place. Yeah, and you know, Daddy Warbooks brings up 2293. That's the other thing about 1818, like, they are a very strong kingdom. You know, they've got 7 stars. They've played in a lot of very big KvKs. Like, they've definitely played in a lot of big KvKs. But they did lose to 2293 last year. Now, I think 2293 was at like a very strong point then, where they had Chadsky, I think they had Peace, and I think they had Fluffy as well at that time. And there were obviously like a lot of other kingdoms involved in that Kingsland. But 1818 did lose to 2293. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know like exactly how strong 1818 is. They also had kind of like a bad OL performance, if I remember correctly. Where like maybe they didn't all show up for a match or something. It was weird. I was like, I remember casting an 1818 match in OL and being like, what is going on with this kingdom? Like, why did they perform so badly this week? Oh, did Fluffy quit? Really? I didn't realize. I didn't hear that, no. That's interesting. In my experience, Fluffy was a very good player. I mean, I only fought against him once, but my experience was that Fluffy was very good. They're saying that Warbuck says that 1818 is really strong against A seeds. Well, yeah, I mean, is 1981 an imp? I'm not sure who's imp here. Yeah, so these guys are silver imp. Yeah, 1818 and 1981 are both silver imps. All right. So we're definitely winning the zoomed in thing. They shouldn't be allowed to camp this pass, honestly. I think in some cases I'm overthinking the stacking, right? It's like when we're just crushing them, we don't need to stack. We can just attack them when they walk through. I'm honestly like so paranoid about hitting this pass. I'm not gonna lie. I know I can't hit the pass, but I'm still paranoid about it. Yeah, that's why I was excited about this KvK, is because it's a really good test for both of these kingdoms. It's a good test for 1981, which had like a huge migration, and it's a good test for 1818, which you never know too much about what's happening because they're just like so Vietnamese heavy. But I mean, they still have their main people. This is the thing. Like, they still have their main people. Like, Minfook is still here. Warvix is still here. This is like Warthog plus Arvix. So they're both like OG 1818. Gunner, you know, Gunner's still here. Like, they still have like most of their OG leaders. And so I just figured they would be a very good test for 1981. I figured they would be a very good test. And that may turn out to be the case. Hopefully that does turn out to be the case. But I'm just saying, like, the first day of fighting was, like, not quite as exciting as I thought. Because this is what it's been. This is what it has been. Like, earlier they were beating us, pushing through, and we all just ran. And now both teams are literally just camping the pass. And I do think we probably need to start thinking about taking this pass. Because 1981 has basically said we are in downtime now. By virtue of all the players who are not here, who were crushing us earlier, they have said we are now in our downtime. We are in our 8-hour downtime. Our giant whales are taking an 8-hour break. So if they're saying that they're in their downtime, we definitely have to take the pass and just put some pressure on them. You know, one way or another, put some pressure on them. 1093 and 2293 versus 2489 and 1818. That would be a very interesting KvK for sure. Yeah. Trauma Rave, what's going on, man? Yeah. Well, it's partly that before quick command, but it's also just like I'm always switching between quick command on and off. I'm always, because usually I'm on my main, so like, you know, as like an R4, you really can't have quick command on a lot because you have to like click forts and stuff, you know? So I'm always just like turning things on and off. So if I turn this, because like, yeah, wait. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, it is just, it is trauma. Wait, let me, if Kalito's trying to come out, I will definitely hit them. I guess we can kind of like hit through the pass, eh? Like we can hit this person. But then they all want my shit. Then they all want it. And they all want the smoke. But I'm hitting them all. I mean, how is this going? See, now I can't, now I'm not, no, I needed to run sooner. I needed to run sooner. Like, as soon as one of my marches stopped hitting, I needed to run. Yeah, scouting a fort, swarming a fort. I mean, there are some good KvKs getting set up. I need to get the maps for some of these KvKs, honestly. I mean, the 1093 2489 KvK is good, right? I mean, I can't find, I need the map. If anybody can DM me the map of 2489 versus 1093, that would be awesome. I feel like there was some sort of flaw with that map, but I can't remember it right now. I guess I just thought that 2489's side had the advantage, right? And then a decent AC, or no, a decent Imperium HA kicked off yesterday. I can show you guys that matchup. Yeah, I can show you guys that matchup for sure. Yeah, here's one of the... Where was that? Yeah, so here's a... This is an Imperium HA that just happened yesterday. This formed yesterday. This one's pretty interesting. Got 2748 here, 1316 here. 2666, which is like a newer Imperium here in wind, and then like a brand new Imperium 3672 over here in water. Like this thing just formed a couple weeks ago. I guess like Fleisch migrated here. Oh shit. Let's just kill him. Let's just kill Kuyosage. We'll come back out. We should be back out already. Ah, I should have been out here for this fight. This was the fight they needed me for. Well, let's see what happens here. And who they have online who's in this push. They've got Kalito, they've got Hervank. But not too many of their big killers are on. Yeah, I just think you turn here. Like, these people are running away. This group here can slingshot forward. I just think you turn here. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a little bit if you're in front, but good job by Anmar that time, for sure. I just think you turn here. I don't think you ever run here. And you can see that no one is running. And Oink Oink Piggy is out there also. They've got like 3 of their top 10 fighters on the field right now. But it looks like the rest of them are taking their break. Those passes open in 8 hours? Oh, is the 1093 pass opening in 8 hours? Okay. So there's basically like 2 big KvKs going on right now. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, here, let me look at that map real well here. Let me back up my marches. And then let's quickly look at that 1093 KvK. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, it's top versus bottom, right? Or no, wait, is this... Oh, it's left versus right, actually, right? Why did I think that 2049 had the advantage in this? I was tripping, I think. Yeah, this is left versus right. Yeah, I would say the right side has the advantage. Yeah, I would say the right side has the... I think I was talking to a content creator and I was like, no way to make this map fair. That's what it was. I was just saying there's no way to make this map fair. Yeah, that's the problem. It's no way to make this map fair. But so 2049 is going to fight 2377. It'll still be a good fight. It'll be a good... That's a good fight. It's not going to... You know, obviously I would say 2049 has the advantage, but that's still like a really good fight. You know? You know, the thing about fights like that is you can just assess it. You can just assess it even if a team loses, right? Like so with 2377, to me the issue there is like, do they have good enough leadership? Is their leadership good enough for the player pool that they have there, right? Obviously they have, you know, Mr. Hope, Wild Lion. I assume Mintam is still there. They've got Chisgul. And Shark is playing again, but maybe not playing as much as he used to, right? Shark, I would imagine, has put some ground rules down of like, I'm not going to build every friggin' flag in the KvK. Other people have to carry some of the load. So can like, and then they lost some people too, right? They lost Mars. Mars migrated somewhere else. So it's like, you know, we'll see how 2377 executes against a super strong opponent in a Zone 5, like in a real fight. I assume they're going to Zone 5. Let me look again. What are they playing? HA or something? Oh, they're playing Tides. Yeah. So it's going to be a real Zone 5. You know, with forts, and some forts will get destroyed, some forts will get put up. You can definitely get like a better start or a worse start. And so, you know, you can, even if 2049 wins that zone, the question is like, how do they win the zone and how well does 2377 play? And 2377 will probably play very, very well because they're the favorites to win the KvK. It's like when you're the favorites to win the KvK, you usually like perform quite well because all your players are like enthusiastic, and it's kind of easy to keep the morale up because like you're like, okay, even if we lose this zone, we're probably gonna win the KvK, you know. So like people are in like a pretty good mood and they like the vibes are good and stuff like that. So I would imagine 2377 plays well tomorrow, and if they don't, that's pretty bad. And we'll see how 2049 plays as well, because they got like a ton of new migrants. And we'll see how they all integrate with the old school 2489 crew. Bad blood between 2377 and 2489. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you know, we need some bad blood. It's been a little while since there's been like super bad blood. I guess there was some drama after Supreme Strike, but I just heard about it like third hand, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure who talked to who after Supreme Strike, but I guess some people were not happy about that outcome. Right, so I'm walking home because I have 3 yellow marches, whatever. 49 has GT leadership? Yeah, but which leaders? I mean, I would imagine that Cortex is going to be more of a streamer than a leader. Yeah, who did they get from 1960? Who did 49 get from 19? What talent did they get? Oh, I don't know why I went to the home kingdom. Sir. Yeah, I mean, their leaders are, you know, their official leaders are like pretty old OG people like Arvix, Ava, Mao, and BK Love. I'm not going to recognize all the players from 1960. I might recognize a few. Was Rain in 1960? And they got the people from 2975 like 1 KvK ago. So they got a bunch of ex-leaders from 2975, you know, for better or worse, like Jiahan. Genie's here. They got El Haytham, the Ace. Oh, okay. A Canada's here also. They got J Tower. Mataziz, Papa Boba, Cortex. Now, there's people in the chat who know this much better than me, but I'm not really seeing, like, leadership from 1960. I'm seeing, like, very good players from 1960, like Blotto, for example. All right, did we do the hospital? Let's finish the hospital and get back out there. Yeah, that should be a great KvK to see where everyone is at. Yeah, quite a test for 2489 immediately. And I think that with all that spending that we just saw in 2489, you know, if I were 1093 or if I were 2377, I'd be like, I don't want 2489 to get a bunch of confidence or like have their reputation improve from this KvK. Because I don't think you want 2049 bringing in more elite talent after this. Obviously, they'll probably bring in some. But you want 2049, if you're one of their enemies, you want them to have like an unimpressive KvK rather than an impressive one. Because you just don't want that kingdom to get out of control good. Yeah, Rave says the rest of the leadership 960 players went to other imps and such, but not all want leadership roles anymore. Most just want to enjoy as players. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. But, you know, they're going to have, you know, once it gets to Kingsland, it's going to be pretty crazy. Fighting against 2377 and 1093, it's going to get crazy. So I don't care if you're ex-leadership or current leadership, there's going to be moments where you're like, okay, this has to get done. And if it doesn't get done, you're going to get pissed about it. So, like, you know, sometimes, like, in a really big KvK, people who don't want to be leaders, they get forced into being leaders anyway, kind of thing. And as the underdogs, 2049 might find themselves in that position. All right, you want to walk out a little bit? They've got another pro here. This Hervank person is pretty pro. I'll be honest, the zoomed in value right now is not stacking. I think the zoomed in value is you see the person as they walk through the pass. right? Because when you're zoomed out, you can't target them like that. But when you're zoomed in, you can target them as they walk through. I don't want to stand right at the pass, because like this guy here, like these people over here are just like waiting to snipe someone who stands at the pass. So I guess I should come down here. But I've got like teammates here for sure, so we can push them back. I'll stack here. I'm not hitting anyone. There we go. Now they don't have the snipers on the right, so I don't even mind swinging forward. I think I pulled a couple of them out. Doesn't seem like this is going great, but whatever. We'll assess it. I'm low, so I'll just like retreat. I'm not doing that much anymore. I feel like those trades were probably losing. Let's see. Even on the Ragnar, a little low on the Huo, loss on the Zug, slight loss on the LC, loss here on the loss on the BQ, loss on the LC, loss here. Yeah, I can tell that was just like not a positive trade. You can see what happens when someone who's like really good shows up. This Hervank guy is like really good. That changed my trades from slightly positive to negative. All right, so we've got about a 12k positive delta from kills to heals. This was all Sandman who created this positive delta. I'm negative. I've been trading negative. But I suppose we can ask ourselves, what is the value of standing under the pass? Like, what does it accomplish for your team? Because what we could do is just stand here, and they could hold the pass. And, like, what does it gain for them? Really not that much, honestly. I think what Kingdoms have to do is they have to make decisions about when they're winning the zoomed-in fight and when they're losing the zoomed-in fight. Now, obviously, in some situations, you have to fight it anyway. You know, like, you know, if there's like a zoomed-in fight here at this cliff, like right next to the Zig, you know, you kind of have to fight it. You have to protect your territory here, regardless. But at a level 7 pass, if the enemy is just better at zoomed-in fighting than you, then you just don't have to fight them here. You can just wait till you have your uptime and then, like, attack the pass. Now, if we're rallying the pass, could they have people stand underneath this and, like, wreck our rally? And swarm our rally? I have not experienced that before. That would be interesting. Like, if they're holding the pass with their zoomed ins and we're rallying it, can't those zoomed ins just, like, wreck the rally? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, this is obviously like a bit of a warm-up zone, and the real fight's going to be in KL. And I think if you're 1918, this warm-up is very good for you because they did get a ton of migrants in. Like, they added a ton of KP in the off-season. So, you know, they've got 3 days to just basically get to know each other, hang out on voice while fighting, and work out some of the kinks. But I think the warm-up is very good for 1981. But it's yeah, it's a little weird as a player. It's a little weird. Riv says usually the rally's out of melee range from behind the pass sitting. Yeah, if you're behind the pass, but what if you stand like right here? You know, what if you stand where like Kalito is right now? Aren't we gonna have to fight those people off? Or else they could just like take down our rally? Like, aren't our zoomed in people gonna have to kill these people? Or else we can't rally? I'm honestly not sure. I'm not getting great trades here, but I want to like support my teammates kind of thing. It almost seems like they're trying to just keep coming back out and keep their rage bar up. I'm not sure. I'm just going to do this very low tech and like watch my rage bar, and then like when I have a bunch of rage bars near high, I'm going to lock into the fight and then pull back. I don't know. I guess I should just stack. I should just do what everybody else does. Yeah, I mean, you need field control for the rally, but it's like before this pass camping meta took hold, you just kind of had to wait for the enemy to like storm out, or the enemy to like their counter rally to hit, and you could like essentially counter punch them. But now I feel like it probably is a little bit different. We have to like keep them off this pass. Like I don't think I'm hitting anyone here. I'm just taking AoE. We're refreshing. We're getting... I don't think those went well at all. Yeah, those went terrible. Losing. Now, it looks like some people have the army thing up. I'm just trying to figure out where the army thing is. Where's the, like... Oh, it's probably this, right? Oh, yeah, here we go. So it looks like Anmar is just controlling... like one march from a bunch of different people. Maybe they're giving him their best march. Looks like something pretty similar there. And then the other person just disbanded their group. Let's see. Yeah, so the thing about the army groups that is weird to me Okay, so is it correct that you can control an army group and your own army? I assume that must be the case, because we've seen all of Anmar's marches out here. So essentially you can control like 14 marches at a time. Or max of like maybe 13. I want to see the zoomed in stacker running 13 marches. That's what I want to see. Yeah, max of 13 marches sounds right, because you have to have like one of your marches in the army group, and then you can have your other 6 marches controlled by itself. It's a very big change. The army thing is a very big change. We're not seeing a lot of it so far. I haven't seen a lot of it so far. Because I mean, you could have a couple people controlling all the siege marches. Like that, to me, that's going to be the big change. You can have like 1 or 2 people controlling, you know, 10 to 15 siege marches each. But then also the march stacking, like somebody like Enzo, who's like really good at march stacking. I feel like you just give them 13 marches and let them do it. Well, Rave, I think the army thing is like a full-on feature. I feel like the army thing is like going to be present in every KvK. When this guy gets low enough, I can get a good trade on him, so I'll do that. All right, I think he's low enough. I can get a good trade. Yeah, we traded positively on him that time, for the most part. Why is GG Achilles like my worst march? Why is GG Achilles my worst march? Like, this is solid gear, and the armaments are amazing. Or quite good. The best thing about Sandman's accounts is the armaments. He's done really well with the armaments. Like, really good with the armaments. Like, let's count the special inscriptions he has. There's 2. There's 2 more. That's 4. Like, all the stats are so clean. There's 5. Like, clean stats. No rogue stats here. There's 7. 8. Again, completely clean stats. 9, very good stats. 10, 11. Yeah, he's got 11 special inscriptions across 7 marches, and like very good stats. Yeah, we're on armaments. We're 99.3 percentile. Equipment's not as good, 98.4. Commander's not as good. The rest of this doesn't matter too much. Troops were only at 91%. But yeah, the armaments are definitely the strongest part of Sandman's account for sure. There's skill to armaments for sure. In the long run, if you make a bunch of good decisions with your armaments, your collection will definitely look better than someone who just spitballed it every once in a while and didn't do any planning. Sneaky, how's it going? Doing pretty well. I was talking about 2217 earlier. I was like, a key to this KvK is whether 2217 is still a really strong A kingdom, or if they're you know, just slightly better than the other 8 kingdoms on this map. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, even right now, 2217 is pushing. Looks like they've got like a Korean ally or something. 18 BW looks Korean? No, they look Vietnamese. Yeah, I've been alright, Sneaky, you know. 2025 was a rough year for sure. But some of that is self-imposed. I was thinking earlier about, like, I used to stream every week. I used to live stream every week. And then I only live streamed like 6 or 7 times all year. And I think that's on me. I don't think that's like me being too busy or anything. I think that's just me. I don't know. Sometimes I worry I won't have anything to talk about when it's just like a very boring stream. But the thing is, you have to stream consistently, even when nothing's going on, to build up a community of people who will watch your stream, and then they'll chat with you, and then even on a day where nothing's happening, you can have a good stream. So I do want to start live streaming more often for sure in the new year. Although, to be fair, when you count all my Osiris League, Grand Prix, and Supreme Strife streams, in some ways I'm live streaming more often than I used to. They're just not on my channel. Yeah, Sneaky, I did see that you were in 1981. I forgot where you went, but I saw that you had... I watched Big Kane's stream where he like went through all the recruits, so I did see that you had left 2217. I noticed that it looks like V left 2217 as well. I know she wasn't like an old school leader, but I know she was pretty happy with her choice to go there. I don't know why I'm standing here. I'm gonna get wrecked. This guy's coming out. Poke the cat. I don't know, Warbucks. I think Oppo is honestly like a great content creator. You know, I cast 2 weeks of Strife with Oppo, and it really just made me look at him in a new light, because like he was like really, really knowledgeable, really, really good. I think Oppo makes a choice to entertain on his live stream, but I don't think that. I think that in many ways that like sort of obscures the fact that he's just like very intelligent, very knowledgeable about the game. And I mean, I think to do a daily stream, you have to be fun. You can't just be like pure analytics like I usually am. I don't know what happened to me, y'all. I don't know what happened to me. I was like, when I was a kid, I was literally like the class clown. Like I bet in my middle school and high school, people would have said that I was like the funniest kid in the school, you know? And like somewhere along the way, when I started just like spending so much time by myself and not around other people, I don't know. I'm still very funny at the poker table. I tell like a ton of jokes at the poker table, but like something about Rise of Kingdoms and like live streaming, I just like stopped being funny. I don't understand it. I gotta like find it again. I'm like sort of funny in my shorts. Like the shorts, for some reason I want to be entertaining in the shorts. But when I do like the videos, all right, so they're pushing out. I got to think about my hospital. I'm okay on the hospital. Like here we just fight. Like we have so many more than them. You just like never run here. You just never run here. And we just push them back, like guaranteed. So who's getting hit? GG. So I retreat the GG. It's probably too late, but you know, that's what you do. We'll retreat the GG again. He's probably going to get targeted. All right, I'm just kind of... I probably shouldn't dance, but I am dancing a little bit. Yeah, we can't let him push out. We have to punish the push out. Yeah, Sneaky, I hear what you're saying. I was planning to, honestly, I was planning to fight for like 8 hours, but I have to be cognizant of when Sandman is going to wake up and give him like a clean slate when he wakes up. Because like I think he's going to wake up at like, I think he's going to probably want to fight at like 13 UTC. So like if I stop playing at 6, then that's 7 hours. So like really, if I wanted to be like really nice to Sandman, I literally would stop fighting right now. Like that's the problem. Yeah, Warbucks, a lot of people have taken the break. Like a lot of people are taking a break right now. Like a lot of people. It is mellow. It's honestly way mellower than I thought. I was picturing like these giant open field fights that never ended. That's what I was getting ready for. Because I was like, I got my 7 marches. I got like this is like the best account this is like probably the second best account I've ever played on. So I was like, I'm just gonna dot mode. I'm gonna dot mode in the open field. The Zoomers won't even have much of an advantage on me because the fight's gonna go back and forth. I was like ready for a big open field fight, but instead we got this. Instead we got this. Everyone just fighting for the same little itty bit of real estate. Oh, are they gonna clear us here? This was a They just needed like a slightly bigger push, and I think they could have gotten us there. We'll start the heal. We'll start the heal. We'll bring the marches out. Yeah, Sneaky. I mean, 1818 isn't downtime, but I don't really think this is downtime for us. I wouldn't think that 5 UTC is particularly downtime for Vietnam. I mean, let's check. Let's check what time it is in Vietnam. It's noon. It's noon in Vietnam, so on January 2nd. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't really seem like it just should not be 1818 downtime. Honestly, I think that I think 1918 planned their downtime very well for that because they're holding the pass, right? They're holding the pass, and it doesn't really seem like we can rally it back right now. So like basically for some portion of their downtime, there's like no ability for us to punish them. No ability. Whereas earlier they were punishing us in our downtime because like they were baiting us to fight us at the pass, and then they were doing organized push outs where like they wrecked us so hard that basically everyone just started running away from the push out as soon as it started. Saving War Frenzy to match 1918 1981 War Frenzy. So Rave, I mean, not to I don't think that's exactly what happened. Honestly, 1818 made a call to save War Frenzy before 1981 did. Yeah. I was surprised. I was actually surprised. But in retrospect, I do think 1881's announcement to pause was decent too. What can you do right now? I mean, you can double rally. Like if you have enough if you're in uptime and the enemy's in downtime, you can double rally this pass, get a good trade on it, and then you know, you can at least like burn down all their flags here, and they might try to defend. Like, you know, the thing is the downtime crew over here might try to defend these flags, then you get more good trades here. It's not a lot. I agree that it's not a lot, but I mean, you can get like a moral victory out of that. Because earlier when 1981 double rallied this pass, I don't know if you guys can hear that. They're like popping off hella fireworks. I wish I could go outside and watch. My neighbors go crazy with the fireworks. But anyway, earlier 1981 double rallied the pass and got like an insanely good trade, like a crazy good trade. Like they got like a 1.5 million troop delta on one rally of this pass. Now, obviously 1.5 million deads is a drop in the bucket here, but and yeah, I guess you're just draining farms with that, which is fair enough. But I mean, you know, in the last A Kingdom KvK I played in at Pass 7, we fought for 24 hours straight. We literally fought for 24 hours straight. We were rallying the pass, fighting in the field. And then we fought again on day 2. So it's a little interesting that the fight is so small, I think. I mean, I think you can accomplish. I mean, listen, if the fight stays at this pass, like at this exact spot for like 2.5 days, I think you get like meaningfully drained. I think there's some meaningfully draining happening if you're fighting at this pass. Because the other thing you got to think about is these are like the best players on both teams. Like these are the strongest players on both teams showing off their zoom in skills here. And it's like you've seen from my trades that I'm trading negatively. So it's like if one team is trading badly, how am I getting hit? Who is hitting me? Like, what is that? All right, so Oink Piggy is out there. So somebody's with me. Comeback is with me. This is very iffy. We got the numbers. We gotta like push them here. Like, how am I getting hit though? Oh, it's the siege probably. It's the siege that's hitting me. Yes. Siege that I can't even see. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I think I'm fine doing this. If both teams are dancing back and forth and it's just like a click battle of who can click the fastest, I'll take that. Even with my settings being completely scuffed. Like falling back too far, I guess. I gotta think about my hospital. I gotta remember the hospital. Oh, I gotta turn on quick command. Let me just stay in this. Piggy's just trying to die, so. We'll stack here. We're not hitting anyone. Guess we want to fall back because none of them are on our side. I guess if no one is on our side, there's like no reason for us to stand there because we're just taking AoE. You guys attacking into them when they stacking, so they're proccing their aim onto. So they're proccing their AoE onto you when you can't hit them. It's why you're trading a bit meh at times. I think I'm trading meh because sometimes I stack, and I'm not hitting, but I'm eating AoE. I think that's a big part of it. I don't think I switch targets enough. I think once I get a good stack, I just sort of like watch it happen instead of like always looking for a better stack. But I don't know if they're refreshing, I'll refresh. Oh, the music died. The hell? Let's look at those reports. Those were fine. Those were fine. Not winning, but not losing. My allies are causing the AoE to hit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I doubt that I'm doing it that great myself, so. But yeah, this was what was crazy is like, because you know, like in the old days, if you like push the enemy all the way to the pass, right? Like if they have the pass, but you push them all the way to the pass, oh, they're gonna clean up all our siege right now. Good attack by them, to be honest. Very good attack by them. But yeah, like in the old days, like if you push the enemy all the way to the pass, you know, your leaders would tell you to back up immediately, because like at that point it's kind of bad because the enemy can just like push out and like clear your half health field at the pass. But like what I was watching earlier on Kane's stream is like they pushed 1818 back to the pass and then they just camped it. They just camped it with their zoomed in pros, and like it was nasty. There was no way for 1818 to push back out. Like there was no ability to push back out because the pass itself was like so heavily camped. Whereas like a year ago or whatever, you could just like always push out. Like no one was stopping you from pushing out. The enemy was just killing you on the other side. The enemy was just killing you after you pushed out. But with the way that they were camping the pass, it was literally like we couldn't even push out. We could not even push out because they had such good players stacking right here. And like that's a very big change. And B, Sneaky, how's it going? Definitely yeah, definitely come hang out while the KvK is going on. I'm sure we'll have more to discuss as the decision tree expands here. But like, yeah, I mean, like it's a crazy change that you can just camp the pass. But like the other thing is like that can happen at like any level, because even at like a C seed KvK, like a C seed KvK, if you have like 2 or 3 people who have strong accounts and are very good at march stacking, they can probably just camp the pass and stop like 10 players from getting through. I would bet. Rave, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Yo, Rave's gonna be up at 4 a.m. for the 1093 pass opening. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep this one going for a little while longer, but I guess as I'm doing the math, I probably do need to log off like relatively soon because I want Sandman. I don't want to infringe on Sandman's play tomorrow. So like to me here, we like turn, right? Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. This is a turn, but now we turn. Like against one guy, we just turn. We just turn. He ran away pretty good. Oink. Oink ran away pretty good there. Yeah, I mean, it was a good attack. It was a good attack by 1981 there. They've had good movement today. They've had good movement. Better than ours. Yeah, I mean, the main thing they did that was very strong was when they cleared us, you know, there would be times, again, they would camp the pass, kind of chip away at us, and then they would organized push into our area. We ran away. We just like would get wrecked. A few people got wrecked. Everybody else just ran away. And then but then they would retreat. They didn't like super overextend. They did a very good job of retreating. Okay, this guy, if I have one, no, it's a bait. It's a bait. It's a bait. Thank God for being Ottoman. Thank God for being Ottoman. Oops. trying to get on the Zoog. Whatever, I'll just run. Yeah, now it's like, when do we turn? When do we turn here? I feel like we turn here. Oh, we turn now. We got one person coming in, two people coming in. They've got like three. We've got a fourth or fifth person here. Yeah, we just turn on this. Look at that. We baited the bait. We baited the bait this time, boys. I locked into a very tanky infantry march, but whatever. Let me get this guy. Oh, I'm slow. I'm not catching anybody. Oh, man, we didn't catch anybody. They're probably going to turn on us soon. We didn't catch anybody. So now they probably got like 30 here. Probably got about 30 people. We've got roughly the same amount. We've got about 30 here. Crimson says, if QSH YSG is my second march and I just maxed QSH, is it worth to put more gold heads into YSG if he is already 5135? That's not too far into YSG. That's you've probably still got about like 400 to 440 heads to go on YSG. I would not put more into YSG, no. I would not put more into YSG. I don't know what your first... You're in a tough spot because like it's like, do you build Zuge? I mean, Zuge is definitely better than YSG and has more like longevity. So I would either build... But I don't love building Zuge right now either. I would just stick with what you have on that second march and start. You know, if you want to use gold heads right now, I would build like, like build the new Cav commanders, build like Achilles and or GG, or improve your first march, if that makes sense, when the new infantry comes out. But I would not put more into YSG. No, I would not put more into YSG. He's just too old. He's too old to be putting gold heads into him now. All right, we can zoom in. We're fresh. We can zoom in on these guys. We can zoom in. We see him walking through. We hit him. We walk away. I guess you have to predict. You have to like time the push in. You have to like time the push in and then you time the stack, because then somebody else might push in as well. This one seems to be going pretty well. That one went pretty well. Now we back away because like no one's coming through. Yeah, Piggy's not coming through. Back up a little bit, not take any AoE, then we'll go back in. I think somebody comes in through now, yep. Right. Piggy's coming through. Nope. Piggy wants to go through, there we go. Oh. Why am I running? Oh, no, I'm here. I mean, they're all low. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I guess we stack here. Or not. I don't know. Pull them out. Pull them back. Oh, maybe they're pushing. We okay on hospital? We're kind of okay. We're getting wrecked. We're getting wrecked. We'll run. We'll run. We were the last to leave that party. And that BQ needs... Yeah, Crimson, I think the question is whether you build, like, let's say you had 1,400 gold heads now and you wanted to build a Cav March. The question is, do you build Arthur Achilles or GG Achilles? I mean, people are saying that GG Achilles is, like, insanely good. I haven't really seen it yet today. And I know that Arthur Achilles, like, in my last KvK was, like, just so strong that I really do like the idea of Arthur Achilles, but I guess you build GG Achilles, I guess. Kane, what's going on, man? What's going on? Nice performance today. Well, honestly, Kane, I wanted to fight against you guys, honestly. Because I've watched your content for a long time. I've followed 1981. I know this is like a good test for you guys. This is definitely a good test. And so Sandman's a good supporter of my channel, and he reached out about piloting, and I was like, that is the perfect opportunity. Yeah, it's, you know, I don't mind this break. I was able to practice zoomed stacking a little bit. So, because earlier when I was fighting against like you and that Paul Flynn guy and Zertle or whatever his name is, and like a few others, that Hervank guy, you guys had such pros at the pass earlier that I couldn't really practice it because my trades were just so bad that it just wasn't worth practicing. But I've been able to do a little bit of practice now, so. Yeah, I don't know if tomorrow's gonna have the same schedule or not. We'll see. Kane, I'm really just planning to stream like at night and stuff, like when you're not streaming. I don't want to step on your toes at all, because I mean it's you sort of help put this KvK together. I'll probably just play at night when Sandman's not on. But no, you guys played well today. I was impressed from what I saw, for sure. So we're getting back to this pass. We'll see what else kicks off. I think we're probably going to end up zooming in again, because we missed the whole clear out thing. All right, hospital's cleared. All the marches are here. I think coming from this bottom side is better because they like camping the top side a little bit more. But all right, here we go. Let's dance. And a bunch of them came out, so I'll just gonna stack immediately because probably more will come out now. So we're stacked pretty good. Two of my marches are not hitting though, which sucks. I think I'm just eating AoE. Yeah, see, that was like a bad, I don't know. For me, the stack is what messes me up. Okay, so they're pushing out now. Oh, we're just all running. Okay, so I'm just bait again. All right, so. I feel bad for Fancy Pants. They stayed longer than me. I mean, this is what 1981 was doing earlier. They were just like, they were softening us up at the pass, and then they'd push out. And then we'd run, and then we'd just run. Which I think in this case it was correct to run. Alright, we'll look at those reports. They're going to be very bad. Yeah, like, I honestly, the thing about me with stacking is, like, I feel like I do... Oh, that was terrible. Look at that one. Ragnar got destroyed. My issue with stacking at this pass is I feel like I do better when I just zoom in and dance rather than zoom in and stack. But that just means I'm, like, not doing it correctly. I would like fights where we were in the open area. I would like to see fights like with some open space. Because to me, like, we're just fighting in an area where like only a certain type of player has the advantage, you know? Like, I don't like to give my enemy what they want, and I just feel like when I'm fighting against a pass or when I'm fighting against a mountainside as a dot mode player, I'm just giving my enemy what they want. And so, like, I generally don't like to do that. But Sandman's going to wake up and have no positive delta at all. He's going to be like, what the hell happened? So maybe I need to read the writing on the wall and be like, there's just not a lot to accomplish at this point. We'll keep it going for a bit longer. We'll keep it going for a bit longer. Iggy's coming out. We got this guy with like 6. Got Anmar with 6 or 7. We got like 18, 19. This guy's coming around. This guy's around. We got like 26, 27. I mean, they don't have the numbers to deal with us in the open field, but if we let them soften us up again at the friggin' pass, anything's possible. We got the king skill. Dude, they're like forcing us to go to the pass. What the hell? I'll fight Piggy if I'm not alone. Doesn't look like any of my teammates want to go to the pass, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that decision. Can I hit this guy here? Can. So holding my rage as I go back in. I'm not stacking, I'm just dancing zoomed in. That's all I'm doing. Still, everyone's white. Probably lose my rage here. No. I mean, I think we have numbers, so like, if we're just dumping on each other, I think that's fine for us. Maybe not. Not sure. See how we did that time. I think we traded positive that time. I could be wrong. Good on the QSH. Loss on the Huo. LC Alex doing the most damage. Let's go. We traded like slightly negative maybe. I don't know, guys. It's weird. It's weird to go from feeling like I was a very, very good open field player to now being like, wait, am I like a bad open field player? It's very weird. Can't say I'm enjoying it. But, you know, there are many, many other skills to Rise of Kingdoms than zooming in and stacking. There are many other skills that you can be good at. And B, this is just one spot on the map against one opponent. They're pushing out a little bit. Sad that I missed that push out. Let's see if the other pass is in downtime. I feel like they were full on fighting earlier. Yeah, they still are. And they're burning this fort again. Is this a main alliance? Looks like. Or I think this might be like a 2 alliance kingdom or something. I don't know. Oh, they have 3238. They have 3228 and 3238. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, not a great sign that this fort has burned as much as it has at this point. Oh, now they're like full on pushed out. All right, well, when do we turn? When do we turn on this, boys? I feel like we've had roughly like 20 to 25 marches. Oh, they're just running. Just running already? Yeah, very good movement, very disciplined movement there by 1981, although now they're turning. Not a bad turn by them in terms of counting numbers. I don't think they realized that I was going to turn around so quickly, though. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I did not finish, let's go somewhere safe. I did not finish showing you all this KvK. This is a A seed semi-imp, semi-A-seed HA that just formed yesterday. Now it looks it looks fairly interesting. I think that the top side, it's top versus bottom. And I think the top side kind of went with the easy win, or the easier win, like as is like very common in Rise of Kingdoms. I mean, we did it ourselves yesterday. You get in these situations where you can pick your ally. Like I assume that 2748 could pick between water and earth, right? Or maybe earth could pick between wind and fire, because I think these top two on paper are probably the two strongest camps. And so there's just this inertia that happens where all the officers and all these alliances are like, well, we kind of prefer earth. Like if you're in fire and you're like in 3586 and the leader of 3586 is like, yeah, we could ally with either one, but we kind of prefer to ally with earth. If you're the person who's making the decision about who to ally with, it's like, okay, am I just gonna like piss off like all the people who I'm now working with and ally the harder matchup, or am I just gonna do what everybody else wants to do and ally with earth? And I just think in many cases the easy decision is to just go with to make yourselves the favorite in the KvK. And I do think fire and earth are the favorites here because like 3672 is like a brand new imp. I had not even heard of this kingdom. I feel like I'm getting stream sniped, to be honest. But I'll take this fight. Oh, he's only got 4. I'm just walking around. I'm just seeing the sights. All right, let's go. Killing the Huo first, I guess. No, oh, I'll kill the QSH. It's low. Oh, I'm getting baited, bro. Is anyone coming? No one's coming. I'll kill the QSH and run. What else can I do? Oh, now somebody's coming. All right, all right. But there's like 2 of them coming? We'll kill this guy. Oh, now this guy's coming too? All right, perfect. We take this fight. We take this fight. Here, I'm going to move my marches way back, and I'll show you 3672. This kingdom is crazy. I'm not sure who a normie is, but it like Fleisch and Mad Achilles both migrated here. Yeah, it looks like it's a normie's kingdom. I don't know who that is, but they must be like a hell of a recruiter. Because this friggin' kingdom popped up overnight. Looks like, yeah, they've won all 4, so they're like super young. 3672. They just did their first SOC. They won all 4, or they won 2. Looks like they won 3 out of 4, and they finished first in DKP in all of them. But yeah, you've got Mad Achilles, you've got Aang. I mean, not necessarily a ton of crazy. Okay, so this guy's crazy. Judoka, 25 million KP, a billion. You got Clubman. You have Clubman. You have Fleisch. Like, it's just like a very interesting. This guy Marshall. I think Marshall is from DVL. And yeah, they're getting thrown right into the deep end of the pool with their first KvK. Patty the Murderer I've heard of before. And I mean, we know that Clubman always finds like the... And look Codex. So I mean, they're like they're big. 'Cause, 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 They're definitely very big. Not that experienced, but... I mean, war leading is not that complicated. Oh, the king is huge too? Okay. Oh, here, let me back up again. So, yeah, so I don't... Let's see if a normie is a young account or an old account. But like, they're playing HA, right? Very simple map. Very, very simple map. So... Listen, you don't need to have a ton of experience to lead a very organized team on HA. Oh, holy 78 billion KP? And like an insanely old ID. Holy shit. See you, Kane. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And have a good stream tomorrow. Oh, what is this? What is this account? Like the oldest governor ID I've ever seen. 80 million KP, 80 billion KP, 623 million power. Oh wait, what the hell is this? Who's this? Wait, what is this? What is this autarch? I honestly don't even know what account this could be. I never knew anyone got 1 billion points on an autarch. Like, who is this? If I knew more about this game, I would maybe know what account this is, but I honestly have no clue whose account that is. Oh, I missed the push out again. I missed the push out again. How many do they have here? They got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got like 6 people. 36 marches. Okay, he bought it from somebody. Yeah, I don't know who though. I mean, the first person that comes to mind is Leopard, but I feel like Leopard usually had like less power than that. And I didn't realize I wouldn't have thought that Leopard's account was that old. And like, I can't really think of like another like Chinese player who would put up those kind of numbers. But I'm probably just like not knowing who the person is. It's probably just some like under the radar person. Some under the radar Chinese player. Oh, we're running, I guess? I was gonna take this fight. I'll run. Because more of them are coming, so yeah, that's fine to run. They're hurting my QSH a little bit. We'll QSH hop. QSH is getting wrecked. Run, QSH, run. And we turn. Oh, we're not going to catch him. Oh, it's Prodigo's account. Okay, that makes sense. What's up, Shocky? How's it going, man? The Prodigo account. I should have been able to guess Prodigo. Because I remember him, like, setting some sort of record in that 1960 versus 2377 KvK. So... yeah, Prodigo would have been a good guess. That makes a lot of sense. I just didn't know his account was that old, and I didn't know that he got 1 billion on his autarch. Like, holy... So yeah, I mean, I think with this matchup, a lot of it comes down to, like, literally how good is a normie? Like, how good of a leader and player is a normie? Because, like, that account can inspire a lot of people to do a lot of things. Like, people will listen to a normie. Just by virtue of like being the king of that kingdom and virtue of like the impressiveness of that account, people will listen to a normie. And so like if whoever's on that account is like very active for like the whole war and is like, you know, they're like setting markers in the way that 1981 has been setting markers today, where like they're telling people when to retreat and then they're making like a bunch of very good retreats. You know, if like a normie is like super engaged like that, I mean, on paper, maybe they can compete with Fire in Zone 5. I mean, maybe they can compete with Fire in Zone 5. I don't know. Because they've just got such huge whales. You know, like a huge whale like Clubman or Mad Achilles. Like, they can just do so much. They can do so much. And Aang, they have Clubman, Aang, Mad Achilles, and a normie, right? I just think that's a different level than like PPK and whoever else is in whoever else of the biggest whales in 2748 are. Like if you could just be even with Fire, if you could just be even with Fire in all metrics, like territory building, like number of pilots, number of farms used, like filling your garrisons, filling your rallies. If you can just be like equal to Fire in all of those dimensions, your elite whales can literally win the zone for you. Like they can be the difference. If nothing else is the difference in the zone, then like Aang and Clubman and Mad Achilles are the difference. But that's a lot of things that you have to keep even. And Fleisch. I forgot Fleisch. So guys, you know what? It looks like things have really slowed down at this point. We don't have a rally up on the pass, you know. And I do need to log off so that Sandman can play in the morning. Yeah, 1316 is the strongest KD here, for sure. So, I'm not saying that Water can win the whole KvK, necessarily. But they could potentially win Zone 5 against Fire. Which would be very impressive. That would be a very impressive win. Because, like, you got to ask yourself, like, what is the more fun fight? Okay, like, this is maybe a more high-profile KvK than the one I'm showing you on the screen. Like, maybe it's a higher profile KvK than this, maybe slightly. But, like, we're fighting at level 7 passes, and then we're fighting in a decent Kingsland. Like, this is HA, right? So, like, it's a decent KL. Decent KL. But these guys get to fight in a Zone 5. They get to have Zone 5 fights. Like, they get to fight in a real zone with forts and with, you know, lots of territory building. Like, you have to cover a lot of touch points at once. You have to defend flags and forts. That's a pretty fun scenario. I know it doesn't decide the KvK, right? What decides the KvK will be a Kingsland, where it probably is the case that top has a nice edge on bottom. But you know, if you can beat Fire, if you're Water and you can beat Fire in Zone 5, then it's a successful KvK for you, even if you lose, in my opinion. So that KvK is going to kick off in a couple of weeks. This KvK will continue tomorrow. Big Kane will likely be streaming in the morning. He's 8th in kill points. We're 48th. We're 48th. We did all right. I'll probably stream again tomorrow night. Give you an update on what's going on here. There's another huge KvK kicking off in just 6 or so hours. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Maybe 8 hours. Level 5 or Zone 5s are going to open tomorrow with 2489 against 2377 as well. That should be one hell of a haul. I'm sure that Chisgul will be streaming this. Plato will be streaming this. Cortex, many others. And so that I'll probably be asleep, but that'll be a hell of a fight to wake up to. And I'm sure that things are going to get much more heated here as well when everybody goes off of their 8-hour cooldown. Kildy says it's going to be at 13 UTC. That's right. Now all Zone 5s and all passes open at 13 UTC. They're like locked in now. But yeah, I'm going to start my 8-hour cooldown for this. Sad that I'm missing a little bit of fighting, but it is what it is. Let's see. I'm not going to start the hospital. I'll just let that go. Apologies to Sandman for nuking his ratio. Sandman, I'm sorry. We'll give it another shot tomorrow. But I did nuke your positive delta by about 20 million. But hey, what can I say, man? I tried my best. Thank you all for hanging out. It was a very fun stream. Thank you for everybody who was in the chat throughout the night. I will teleport to a safe location after I end the stream. Remember, always teleport to the safe zone. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. I will see you all on the flip side.